Imagine you're 65 standing at the edge of retirement with $2 million in the bank. You picture travel, calm mornings, maybe grandkids. But there's a fork in the road that was set decades ago, Roth or traditional, and that choice will decide whether you keep every penny or hand hundreds of thousands to taxes. This is the quiet, high-stakes gamble millions of savers face today. Tonight we'll walk through the real math, the rules, and the unexpected traps, so you can answer the big question every saver should ask. Which account protects your nest egg best? And what role should it play alongside your 401k? Let's start with the basics, because the tax code is the stage manager that runs the whole show. A traditional IRA gives you a tax break today. Contributions are usually pre-tax or tax-deductible, lowering your current taxable income. That sounds delicious, instant relief. But the IRS collects later. Every dollar you withdraw in retirement is taxed as ordinary income. No exceptions. A Roth IRA, by contrast, is the after-tax club. You pay taxes now, contribute post-tax dollars, and, if you follow the rules, your withdrawals in retirement are completely tax-free. Growth? Tax-free. Dividends? Tax-free. Peace of mind? Priceless. Here are 3 hard facts you should bookmark right now. IRA contribution limits and how RMDs and conversions shape your choices. The annual IRA contribution limit for 2025 remains $7,000, with an $8,000 cap if you're age 50 or older. This is the legal ceiling for total contributions across traditional and Roth accounts. If you want to tax optimize, those limits matter. IRS. The required minimum distribution, RMD age, when the IRS forces you to start withdrawing from most pre-tax retirement accounts, is now 73, with rules phased in by the Secure Acts and scheduled to shift later. That matters because traditional IRAs are subject to RMDs. Roth IRAs are not, giving you the freedom to let money compound tax-free as long as you live. And a caution on conversions. Converting pre-tax dollars to a Roth is irreversible. Once you convert, you can't recharacterize it back. Conversions are taxable events. The converted amount is added to your taxable income for the year, possibly bumping you into higher tax brackets or triggering Medicare surcharges. Plan conversions carefully. Now the practical story, Sarah versus Mike, the twins, with the math turned up a notch. Both start saving at age 30, both contribute $5,000 per year for 35 years, and both earn a steady 7% annual return. Sarah uses a traditional IRA. Mike uses a Roth IRA. Their accounts grow to roughly $1.2 million each. Simple so far. Sarah loves the immediate tax savings. Her contributions lower her taxable income every year. Mike pays tax now and smiles later. When they begin taking 4% withdrawals, that's $48,000 per year, Sarah pays income tax on that amount. Mike pays zero. At a 24% effective tax rate in retirement, Sarah hands the IRS approximately $11,500 every year. Over 2 decades, that's roughly $230,000 gone, money she already earned. Mike keeps his full withdrawal tax-free. This is the core trade-off. Pay tax now and lock in tax-free growth versus postpone taxes now and face uncertainty later. But the simple story conceals twists. First, tax rate forecasting. If you're in a high tax bracket today and expect a lower bracket in retirement, a traditional IRA's immediate deduction can make sense, but tax policy is not static. With federal debt rising and budget pressures mounting, future tax rates are an unknown variable. Betting that your retirement tax rate will be lower is a gamble, sometimes a costly one. Second, the Roth 401k option. If your employer offers a Roth 401k, you can contribute after-tax dollars in the employer plan, just like Roth IRA rules, but with a key advantage: no income limits on contributions and much higher annual contribution caps. The 401k limit is far larger than an IRA's. Employer matches, however, are almost always pre-tax, even when you choose Roth deferrals. So the match goes into a traditional account and will be taxed on withdrawal. That hybrid effect matters when you plan your tax diversification. Third, the RMD and conversion interplay. If you hit the RMD age, you must take your RMDs before you convert any traditional accounts to a Roth in that same year, because the IRS won't let you convert amounts that must be distributed. Also, recharacterizations are no longer allowed, so conversions are permanent and must be timed with surgical precision. Let's zoom out. What does this mean for someone with a 401k? Your 401k is often the largest retirement vehicle you'll ever see. You can generally roll a 401k into either a traditional IRA or a Roth IRA upon leaving a job. But rolling into a Roth triggers a tax bill on the converted amount. That tax can be paid from outside funds or from the rollover, which reduces the rollover amount and its future tax-free growth. So, a 401k rollover to Roth is a deliberate tax decision. You're trading taxable income now for tax-free withdrawals later. There's another important mechanic: tax diversification. Rather than picking one side, many savers split contributions across traditional and Roth vehicles. This gives flexibility in retirement to manage taxable income, optimize Medicare premiums, and control tax brackets. If you have access to both traditional 401k and Roth 401k deferrals at work, consider distributing contributions across both, especially if you can afford a steady blend today. Now a few reality checks with national data. Average and median balances show how serious this is. Many Americans carry far less than the headline 2 million scenario. Fidelity and other major providers report median 401k and IRA balances that often fall short of ideal replacement numbers. This means tax efficiency matters even more, because every percentage of tax you lose compounds over decades. If your nest egg is modest, choosing the tax strategy that preserves the most after-tax income is critical. Before we wrap this half up, 3 tactical takeaways you can act on today. Estimate your marginal tax rate in retirement, not just the bracket you're in now. Small differences matter at scale. If you expect higher income growth or higher future tax rates, prioritize Roth, tax paid now, to lock in tax-free growth. If you get an employer match, treat that match as pre-tax money you'll owe taxes on later. Plan withdrawals accordingly and aim for tax diversification. Convert in a low-tax moment. The conversion ladder. A Roth conversion is simple in concept. You move money from a traditional, pre-tax account into a Roth, post-tax account. Pay income tax now, and then let that money grow tax-free forever. The question is when this makes sense. Rule of thumb: convert when your marginal tax rate today is lower than what you expect it to be in retirement, or when the time value of tax-free growth plus tax bracket arbitrage beats the tax you pay now. Staircase conversions. The gentle way to convert. If the tax bill scares you, use a staircase conversion. Convert slices of your traditional IRA across several low-income years. Example: you convert $25,000 per year for 4 years instead of $100,000 all at once. If each year your marginal rate stays at 22%, staircase conversions also reduce the IRMAA shock and prevent a 1-year spike in AGI that could increase Medicare premiums. For 2025, IRMAA thresholds are materially relevant. Single filers face surcharges starting around 106,000 MAGI, joint filers around 212,000. So spreading conversions avoids accidentally crossing those lines. The backdoor Roth for high earners and the pro rata trap. If your MAG is above the Roth contribution limits, you can still get money into a Roth via the backdoor Roth. Make a non-deductible contribution to a traditional IRA, then convert it to a Roth. That's legal and widely used. But there's a catch: the pro rata rule. Pro rata rule example, exact math. You have $93,000 of pre-tax money in traditional IRAs. You add a $7,000 non-deductible after-tax IRA contribution. Total IRA balance becomes $93,000 plus $7,000 equals $100,000. The pre-tax proportion equals $93,000 divided by $100,000 equals 0.93. If you immediately convert the $7,000 to Roth, the taxable portion equals 0.93 times $7,000, $6,510. You only converted $490 of after-tax dollars tax-free. $6,510 is treated as taxable income, and you pay tax on it. Final straight talk: there's no universal winner. Roth wins when you expect higher future tax rates, want tax certainty, and value no RMDs and legacy flexibility. Traditional wins if you need tax relief now, expect lower rates later, or can't afford the conversion tax. If you're under 40 and in a moderate bracket, Roths are often the smarter long-term play because decades of tax-free compounding amplify the benefit. If you're nearing retirement with high income, a mix of both usually gives the best flexibility. If you want the exact worksheet I use for conversion decisions, with built-in cells for current tax brackets, conversion slices, and IRMAA flags, drop Roth worksheet in the comments below. If this helped, like and subscribe to Finance Facts. We'll keep breaking down the tax code and giving you the strategies that actually move your balance higher.